At first, I went to Lane Cove National Park for trekking on a breezy and drizzly afternoon. I chose the Riverside walking track as I wanted to take a bushwalk on that gloomy day. At the entrance down the road, I noticed a few sculptures that I never saw before, and a staircase built for us to have our walk at ease. It made me think about the roleplay of humans in nature and how engineering can attract us and make our everyday life easy. While continuing my walk, I noticed the slopes were uneven throughout the trek, and there were height differences between the trees. The trees on higher ground were standing upright, and the trees that were on the lower ground grew bent. It made me think about the connection between the trees and the surface of the earth with their roots, and how their structure differs in different shapes of the ground. I stopped for a while, noticing a strange looking, bright, yellow colored structure on the ground. It was the only one of its kind on the massive bushwalk. With an innate interest, I googled it by taking its further, and I learned it's called a tooth fungus, which belongs to a family called Hydnalum. It reminded me of Pillar, who said, "Learning the names is an exercise in love." It truly felt amazing knowing how one unique living being can make us explore it more deeply and how it can make the place stand out from other places. The different species of flowers gave me a sense of diversity in that place. From witnessing the different shapes, colors, and sizes of the flowers, I took a deep breath as it made me think about the role play of a large number of insects. They pollinated every different species of plant with accuracy, and no mistakes were made by them as they abided by the law of nature. It gave me a strong sense of a pedagogical contact zone where the collaborative work of more than humans occurs so smoothly and naturally in a place that made me acknowledge the work of Ham and Butcher as described in their Engaging with Place book. As the weather was drizzly and windy, and it was near the end of March, I was bamboozled learning about the seasons described by the local Eastern Kulin people who described March as the cessation of hot winds and cooling of temperatures. I realized that the Aboriginals have developed such an in-depth understanding of the seasons because they are close to nature and call it their lands. They do not require calendars but rather mark the seasons with their observation of the constellations, and that fascinated me to visit a new place the next day. The new place was Terrace Creek, located in the northern suburbs of Sydney. This time, the rocks caught my attention. The red rock, the gigantic green rocks, the small emerald rocks, and the perfect refraction of the sunlight against the rocks. It was a majestic view. It made me think about the high pressure the rocks went through and the involvement of water and sand needed to create such beautiful different rocks over centuries. I acknowledged the strong presence of perseverance in our nature. Then, the sound of the water grabbed my attention. When I witnessed the vertical waterfall from the creek, it made me ponder about the gravity as the water fell straight and the importance of the water cycle in our nature. As you can see, I couldn't stop myself from taking some pretty pictures, and I must say that a natural place is where children learn the best about science and maths. As mentioned by Holden, children are natural born scientists, and they will learn about space, time, gravity, and other STEM grounded concepts through play. Hence, we, as early childhood educators, should emphasize on play based learning and let them explore a place by themselves.